Hello on YouTube, this is Louis Trans, aka L25, aka Louis JM. I'm back here at the Yestercades in Red Bank, New Jersey to do a bit of an update. As you can see, this is recording during the whole coronavirus pandemic. It's on a September, which they got the business open a bit. Of course, they had to deal with the health regulations, such as like minimum people, temperature checks, sanitizing areas, social distancing, the like. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to show off some of the stuff right here. So I'll just take a look at the tour, see what's going on, and forgive me about the face mask part if you can't hear me well. You gotta have your face masks on in these establishments as well, so hopefully we can get through with a few things. So let's start checking out each of these arcade tours. First of all, we have the electric asteroids. Always classic. Then next to that is their elusive afterburner. Quite an interesting jet type game, at least. Then we have 1943, one of those like aerial shooters. These aerial shooters are always a classic, no matter what type of variety they have. Of course, next to that they have the elusive Time Pilot 84. Another one which has a bit of an asteroids feel to it. Then next to that one we have the elusive Joust. And after that one, Sinistar, more like asteroids on crank at least. Of course we've got Arkanoid down here. Again, and of course the basic rule, they tell me not to put faces on these people, but that's what it meant, so I'm just gonna try to get the backs of their heads. And here we have Journey, a game based on the band Journey in a Way, Interstellar type of stuff together, musical instruments and such. Always an interesting game to play around with. And then we have the ever classic and ever popular Donkey Kong. And why not? Let's have a little gauntlet to have this little thing set up.
Tetris? You want to play Tetris?
Across the aisle we have Robotron 2084. Then we got this simple yet difficult Berserk. And then we have Pac-Man. Always a classic, always the greatest of all time, always everything. Then we have Root Beer Tapper. Budweiser Tapper for any of you are curious. And then we have the Victograph and the Victograph Master, that is the Tempest. Track and Field. Bubble. And then there's Burger Time. Now this is kind of interesting. This here is like a new type of style of Pong. You'll recall Pong, one of the first classic arcade games to ever hit the map. Well, they have this. Well, they've made a newer version of it. Now, it's not much of an arcade per se, but it has that Pong environment. You have these white blocks, and you need to use this to move around to maneuver the little dot around. They're gonna show it sometime, but there we go. See, it's interesting how they managed to put it together. Hey, I'm not one to complain, at least. Over here we have Centipede. And next to that we have Frogger. Dig Dog. Galaga. And Miss Pac-Man, another instant classic. In fact, all of these are classics in my book. Then we have Duck Hunt. Surprising they still have that even from day one. But hey, not one to complain about it. Double Dragon right here. Here we have the sequel for Donkey Kong Jr. Across here we have NBA Jam, which surprisingly has a 1-Up Arcade. I think I made an update about that one in my 1-Up Arcade review of Comic-Con, so it's been safe. Then we have Maximum Force, really good shoot 'em up game. That and Area 51, always a fun one to try out. Next is Tetris. And over here we have Space Invaders, one of those great arcades that have a good backdrop. And they also have Rampage World Tour, which is kind of weird, but I can't complain. I have that for the N64, and of course the one game that is Rampage So Destruction that has this type of thing. And guys, I must admit, it's quite unique in a way. Never thought they would add something like that to the mix. And of course, you can have like arcades with all these classic games here and there, scattered left and right. We got with some interesting video games such as N64, Wii, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Of course, now that they have other ports, NES, Xbox, PS2. You got all the collection of games set up all over the place. And of course, they got more stuff right down there, like 360. You got Xbox One, N64, more PS2s and Panasonics and whatnot. Of course, people are playing the Donkey Kong 64, a good game, which I have personally. And we have Ice Cold Beer, one of those redemption games, though I don't think you can have redemption games in this thing. Of course, they also have a good fighter in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Championship Sprint. Then we got the extremely hard Stargate. Defender style too. Then, of course, you got the movie, the Tron based on the movie. Always a fun one. And over here we have The Simpsons. Always classic, always fun, always enjoyable in many occasions. And then, of course, we got more of these things here. We got more of the home arcade games. You got people playing Fortnite over there. You got a screen that is out just so far. And we have a good race car game. I think that's what was that game again? Fortnite or something? I don't know. Of course, they also have like chess and down there we have an Atari being played. And I can see all the other consoles, like say Atari or Dreamcast, a couple of Xboxes and the like. Sega Saturn. And of course many, I think that's the Xbox Series X, I believe. I can't tell, that's a new one. But they have like a lot of collections here and there. They even have a Jaguar too. I thought, surprising. Great, now they got here, I can't tell what this game is. Space Invaders 2, okay, that's Space Invaders 2, makes sense. Sega's Run Out. Then we got Xenofold. I think I've seen this game before in the barcade in New York City a while back. I don't know if they still have it or not. But I think I also have it for my Midway arcade collection for my 360. Then we have Killer Instinct, one of those rip-off Mortal Kombat games, but it's always great when they try to make a good use out of it. Then we have Operation Wolf, one of those shoot 'em ups with a different twist with the Mac-10. I would like to show it to you in detail, but I don't want to touch anything because I don't know if anyone has the virus or not. Don't want to get involved in it. Then we have WWF WrestleFest, instant, a good wrestling game in a sense. And oh boy, is this a House of the Dead game, the first one? Wow, that is so cool. I never thought that they would have a game like this. And again, I do have like the House of the Dead 3 with the House of the Dead 2 thing in it, so makes sense. Of course, they have pinball arcade games here. You got Kiss. This must be the new version from Stern Pinball. Then we have X-Men with the colored color thing right there. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. We have the Cyclone right here. All across pinball. Austin Powers. Harley Davidson. Attack from Mars. The X-Files. Wheel of Fortune, which is a turn replay. Then we have Roller Coaster Tycoon. And then we got a new one from Jersey Jack, which is Star Wars. These new detailed screens are quite unique in a way. Then we got the GoldenEye 007. Star Trek Next Generation. And plus you gotta have an Addams Family in the arcade, in the classic arcade area. It's kind of fun. Then we have a tournament play of Indiana Jones. It also has the Crystal Skull one for reasons I cannot explain. And another good classic in the Twilight Zone. Oh boy, it's always fun to see these types of games around here. Moving on to the arcade part, we have the Off-Road, Police Trainer, Qbert, Miss Castle, and why not, Mortal Kombat 2. A two-player feature of Mario Brothers, very good game before Nintendo became a console. Tekken 3. Spy Hunter. Eco Enforcers. And we got Ninja Turtles, the first game, not the second. And of course we got more shooters here. Virtual Cop 2. One of those games that have like a targeting system. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. With a double Mac-10s instead of the one. Two-screen Punch-Out. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Atari's Millipede. We're going to this side, we see Galaxian. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Missile Command. And we got the Nintendo Player Choice that might have a variety of games. I can't tell what games they have, though I think it's gotta be like classics like Mario Brothers, Tetris, Zelda, whatever. APB. Then we got the Champion Street Fighter 2 Edition, Turbo Hyper Fighter. Yeah, they always have too many Street Fighter titles to be fair, but still, it's Street Fighter, and you can't complain over that. Then we have Star Castle. I guess it's one of those, yeah, looks like an asteroid type of field by the looks of it. Can't really tell what's going on though. Then we have Seawolf, which is like submarine game, I believe. Yeah, submarine game. I don't think you could see it. It does feel like that they have to do something about it. And we head down to the back. We got the Super Mario Brothers, Golden Axe. We got Revolution X starring the elusive Aerosmith.
Way to go!
And they have 2005's Golden Tee. World class bowling. And then we have a Neo Geo system, which is currently playing Metal Slug. I believe it's the first game. Then we have Bad Dudes, one of those elusive scrolling fighting games, taking on a bunch of ninjas. Jesus Christ. Let's wrap it up around here. Then we have Pango right down here, which is mostly puzzle based in a way. Rolling Thunder. Moon Patrol. Final Fight. Then we got Primal Range. Zaxxon. Race Driving, which is like a virtual driving simulator.
The first game that you can ever, watch it actually works with it.
Ah, I see.
The first one I ever encountered.
Yeah, yeah. And then finally we have Gorf. Of course they also have other stuff here. They got a pool table in the middle and the checkers over there. But everything else is like all games. And of course up on the row you see a lot of posters. Like they would be in movies or video games. I think that would wrap up on the tour. Must admit, I see that they're trying to recover nicely during this whole pandemic situation, at least until a vaccine is created. Though I am a little concerned if they're going to be able to stay open, considering that they lost a month of this type of stuff. So I'm gotta say, this is quite a interesting collection in a way. Hopefully things will go back to normal as long as things don't go too wrong. Still, I still recommend it, and I do want to show it to you guys so that way you all know that this area is open for business, at least until we know for sure what's going to happen in the near future. I'm beginning to wonder if places like Somerville or Westfield are open during that time. I might have to check that out when I have the chance. But all in all, I say this is a pretty interesting experience. So that's it with the tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you all next time. #ReadTheGoodCartoons.